Hello friends, in this video we are going to see the features of the pawn. Here we see the placement of pawns. All the 8 pawns have to be placed on the second rank. The pawn can move to 1 square or to 2 squares from the initial position on the same line. The square it moves or the landing square should be unoccupied by the pieces, its own or its opponents. Moving the pawn to 2 squares or 1 square is optional. After that, the pawn can move only 1 square only. Here, white plays pawn to 2 square, that is d4, for which black replied d5, moving 2 squares. If a pawn or piece stands on the next square on the same line as that of the pawn is said to be blocked and cannot move further. Here you can see the whites and blacks d pawns are blocked and cannot move further on the line. Now white plays pawn to e3 one step only, for which black replied c6 one square only. White plays f4 two squares, black replies e6 one square, and white plays c3. Like this, the pawn movements have to be done. Now we move on to see how pawn captures a piece or a pawn. See, in this diagram, white pawn can capture black pawn and black pawn also captures white pawn if it is black's turn to move. A pawn can capture the opponent pawn or a piece which is diagonally in front of it on an adjacent file in both directions. See, if it is white turn to play, he can play g into h5 on the right hand side, or he can play g into f5 on the left hand side. He can also play c into b6 or a5 into b6 on the right side. So like this only you have to capture. So if it is black turn to move, he can also capture b into c5 or b into a5. On the other side, he can capture f into g4 or h5 into g4. After capturing h5 into g4, white can recapture the pawn with f3 into g4. So this way you have to capture with pawns. In the same way we can capture the piece also. In the next diagram we see white can capture the knight with g4 into f5, that is pawn into knight. He cannot capture the rook which is standing on the same line. The rook is blocking the pawn actually, but he can capture the knight with f3 into g4 into f5. So if it is black turn to move, he can play pawn into bishop, that is b6 into c5. In the next position we see about en passant rule. En passant is a French word meaning while passing in English. If your pawn stands on the 5th rank and if the opponent's pawn standing on the adjacent line in its initial position moves 2 steps forward, then the en passant rule can be applied to capture the pawn. Here black plays the f pawn to 2 squares, that is he moved to the 5th rank as that of the white. So white has the option of en passant rule. White can assume that if the pawn has moved to f6 and capture that pawn. Likewise also on the other side, if black plays d5, white can capture by either of the two pawns, as though it has moved to one step only. So he can play e into d6, or he can play c5 into d6. Either way he can capture that pawn. Now we see how black applies the en passant rule. If white plays e4, then black can take f into e3, or if white plays g4, black can take f into g3 on the right hand side. So this is en passant rule. So now we move on to the pawn promotion. If the pawn reaches the 8th rank, then it can be promoted to a piece. The pawn should be replaced by a queen or a rook or a bishop or a knight. On the same move, it reached the 8th rank, and the effect is immediate. Here you can see that white pawn can move to the 8th rank and promoted to a new piece, a queen or a rook or a bishop or a knight. Naturally, players prefer to promote to a new queen only. Here in this position, the black rook is blocking the 7th rank pawn. In this type of position, with the help of other pieces or tactics, pawn can be advanced to the 8th rank. So here, white played rook e8 check. If black moves to king g7, then rook into rook wins easily. Suppose if he plays rook into rook, then pawn into rook, your new queen can be taken. Thanks for watching.